Good morning, gang. Happy Thursday as we chug on through the week. It's supposed to rain here today, so we'll see what happens. Get some more work done in the garage. It's like inside work on rainy days, outside work on sunny days. Y'all know how that goes. You get done what you can get done, but work's got to get done. So, besides work getting done, of course, we need a little bit of time to relax, unwind, do whatever. And whatever floats your boat, whether it's playing video games or knitting or Chinese checkers with the kids, who knows, okay? But you got to do something. So there's this mini-series or whatever you want to call it. I guess it was kind of like a movie that wasn't good enough to be a movie or something like that. Mrs. P and I have been watching online called The Last of Us. And it is a series. It's now 4 episodes in. It's your typical doomsday type prepper. What do you want to call it? Entertainment something, movie. I mean, that's the only way to put it. And the premise of the whole thing is there is a fungus that literally turns people into zombies. So, I mean, it's okay, but it's something to unwind to and watch. And I mean, the 4th episode came out. Now, of course, it's typical Hollywood, and episode 3 had to spend 3/4 of the episode talking about the gay love story of 2 guys that were, one guy was a prepper or something like that. The prepping mechanisms he had were pretty good, okay? The gay story you could have left out, but it's Hollywood. It's got to have some wokeness to it. But the whole thing brings up a really good topic for us to discuss. Like I said, it's only 4 episodes in, so would I recommend it? Probably not. It's not that good. But what would a post-event America look like? Or I don't even want to say America because it's going to look different all over the country. I mean, the cities are going to look like, you think they look like hell now. They're going to be worse. Okay. The depiction of Boston in this series is probably pretty accurate. Okay. Just looks like a huge burning pile of crap. A lot of people talk about, oh, I'm living in the city, it's going to be good. I'm going to give you my opinion, okay, of what's going to happen here after any sort of event, whether it be some sort of biological event, whether it be an EMP, whether it is Washington gets the bomb dropped on it, whatever it would be. Somehow, some way where what we're living in now, the current normal, is not what we're living in later. My opinion, living in the city will be living in hell. The end, okay? The cities will be the first to get government services to bring them back. Let's put it that way. So if there's an EMP, that'll be the first place there's power. If there is a zombie apocalypse or whatever, it will be where the martial law is put into place, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So understand, if you live in the city, yes, you will have services eventually. Okay, ain't going to happen overnight. Let's say probably in the first couple of years, you will have services. You will also be subject to restrictions, mandates, food rations. You will get to stay in whatever domicile they allow you to be in. Okay, so it'll be 10 people to an apartment or whatever it would be, and that'll be where you're allowed to stay. You will be given ration cards. You will be allowed to eat whatever they want you to eat. I hope you like bugs. Okay. You will be told when and where you can go anywhere. You will be restricted from going to this place. You will be allowed to go to this place. You will be living under curfews, etc., etc., etc. That is the way the cities will be run. And some people may think that's better than living somewhere else, okay? Living out in the country. Do you want to be, let's put it this way, the some people that will are your sheep. They are going to be the ones that go, oh, you know what? It's bugs, but at least it's food. Or at least I can charge my phone. Yeah, I'm saying that as a joke, but yeah, I mean, that will be it. On the other hand, a lot of people are going to leave, and they are going to head to the less populated areas, which in turn is going to make them more populated, which causes a problem in itself. A lot of them aren't going to make it, all right? It's as simple as that. So those of us that have already gotten out, or have made plans to get out, or have somewhere to go to get out, are going to have a massive struggle on our hands. We're not going to have power unless you have some sort of backup power. And even then, that's going to be bare bones minimum. I mean, solar power is great until we have a year without a summer, okay, or whatever it would be. I think it was Susquehanna Homestead made a great point yesterday over on Freesteading about, in a situation like this, talking about Agent Orange. Could the government use chemicals to destroy our gardens in a situation like this? Yeah, absolutely. That's, something that's highly probable, to restrict us. Because again, they're going to want to try to force everybody to the city, and the people that don't want to live under those kind of draconian measures are going to want to move out of the city. Well, easiest way to do it, poison the water and kill the food, right? Okay, so there's that possibility. This is where people talk about greenhouses and high tunnels and things like that. Great idea, okay? My personal thought on it is it will eventually happen, but you have to remember the size of the United States, okay? In a situation like that, what would they go after first? You'd probably be talking the non-government approved farms, the large growing areas or whatever. That would be what they'd go after first, where they could destroy a lot of crops. They're not going to go after your little 12 by 12 garden in the backyard going, oh, Mary Jo out in Smith County has a garden. Send a drone up with Agent Orange. They're going to go after the bigger stuff first. So we're going to have plenty of notice before this ever happens. Okay. Could I see it happening? Absolutely. It's going to be a battle. The entities are going to want to bring us to the city. The desire for freedom is going to want to bring the people the other way. And that's where you get that middle that's going to shift. Now, will you get people that start switching sides? Oh my God, I've got to save my kids. Please go get my kids and bring them to the city. And the kids are like, hell no, we ain't going, And so you start getting into, tattletale. Well, I know they're out there in Smith County. This is where they live. Go get them. All right. I don't see it happening. All right. Again, and I go back to my 1.9 million military/law enforcement in the United States and 330 million people in the United States. Even if you took out 90% of the population in the United States, that would still be 33 million people living in the United States. Mind you, that would only be, 190,000 police? It's not going to happen, all right? Even if a whole bunch of people are conscripted, mandated to do this, how many of them are coming home at the end of the day? Where are Mary and Joe today? They were here yesterday for their government-mandated job to go knock on doors. Oh, they didn't make it back. Yeah, that's going to be the reality. Okay. You have to figure out where to go and what you're going to be willing to give up. That we know in current situations, our freedoms are being taken away from us one by one by one by one, slowly but surely, but they're getting a little faster, a little faster. Again, give them an inch, right? It's eventually going to get to the point where how many of your freedoms are you willing to give up? Are you willing to do this so you get electricity? Really? Okay. Are you willing to give up your house because we have fresh water? There's a lot of people that will. There's a lot of people that won't. You get to decide which side you want to be on. A lot of us know people in different situations. Okay? Some of you guys get together. Some of you guys have friends. A lot of you guys have made connections on here or other channels or whatever. You know, you have an idea where you might be able to go. Okay? You have an idea where Bear is, or I am, or pick somebody, that's close. Probably have an idea that those might be safer places, not their house per se, but towns that might be worthwhile heading to. Like, who was it, Frank said the other day in the video when I was talking to the two congressmen? He's all for conservatives moving to Tennessee. I've got no problem with it. Okay. The other one's going to be in the crosshairs. And all those people that want to take away what you've built or what I've built or all the work that you've put in and say, we're taking that, you can have my ammo. No problem. One round at a time. Pinball out.